And we're back with some BS crap. You're like, no. And I hit go. Hope you guys are doing good. We got a good combo today. Streaming news. The end is near. Streaming is over. CINEMAHD shut down. Holy crap. It's happening. It's happening. Got some interesting stuff here. So we got about a couple things that we're going to discuss that people are always interested in what is going on. And you guys want to hear it. So we're going to give you guys the news. Do we have a fix? Nope. We're just giving you guys what's happening. So you got to come up with your own fixes. And yeah, we just bring you guys the latest and greatest that's out there. Now, before we begin, we always say, make sure you guys protect yourself before you wreck yourself. And before you guys get yourself in some serious trouble. Yeah, don't go to doo-doo. Get yourself VPN. Check the description below. We do have a killer VPN down there that is good, fast, and reliable.
Furious.
Yep. We also got the Buzz TV.
BuzzTVGlobal.com. Check that shit out.
Yeah, check that shit out.
Just drop the mic.
All right. So we're going to open this up. I'm pretty sure we're going to get demonetized instantly as soon as this thing comes up. And they're just like, what? You can't talk about it.
Be about it.
So we're going to talk about some YouTube. YouTube. Man pleads guilty. I don't know if you heard about this. Man pleads guilty to 23 million YouTube content ID scamming.
23 million?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
The man at the center of a copyright scam that abused YouTube's content ID system to fraudulently obtain more than 23 million. Please.
23 million. So he was claiming monetization from all these videos and just banking bread. And YouTube, we know this. YouTube's just like, I don't want to fight no lawyers. I don't care. I'm going to just give them your money.
Yep. So then it's funny. They have his name here. I'll just call him Mr. Fernandez. Wrongfully claimed to own the rights to more than 50,000 tracks and illegally monetized user uploads for years. So YouTube's content ID is it's funny how this article calls it an advanced piracy recognition system that aims to flag videos or music on users' channels uploaded without permission. Yeah, that's BS. I don't know if I want to call it advanced. I want to say that it does help when somebody does use your own stuff. But the only way they do that is if I upload it and somebody re-uploads it. But if somebody's uploading it somewhere else and they drop it in here, they ain't going to do nothing. They can't. They don't know. So once detected, such content can be removed or monetized at the discretion of the relevant right shareholders. And I know we did an episode on Doctor Strange. We were just talking about it. And even then we got demonetized and then we got remonetized because I had to blur everything. I'm just like, dude, I'm not trying to monetize on something that they made. I'm trying to react to something they did, which is a fair use, I thought. So I had to blur everything that we were watching, which is BS.
Right. Yeah. And they still gave it to us. They're stupid.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a grand jury. Oh, and here's the best part. Because this went to court and everything. United States versus this guy and this guy. It generated more than 20 million. Dude, how the hell do you $20 million from 2017 to 2021? And their library had about 50,000 songs. And they didn't own anything.
Crazy.
Oh, and it gets juicy. Using forged documents. They were using forged documents and other means.
Of course they were.
The men via their companies, represented to YouTube an intermediary company that they were the owners of the music and therefore entitled to collect royalty payments. So if anybody used their stuff, dude, you know how sometimes it says, oh, this song or this track is now being, their money's being sent over to them? Yeah, that's what was happening.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's how they're doing it.
People just greedy for no reason.
And then it says that these guys proceeded to spend the money on property, sports cars, jewelry. The actual artist that did create it got absolutely nothing.
And that's crazy because sometimes like these artists will actually do things out of the goodness of their heart, and they'd be like, you know what, we'll put this out. Don't worry, it's copyright free. And then somebody else wants to go and claim this shit when the original artist was like, I'm doing this out of the goodness of my heart, and somebody's going around taking my work and scamming people with it.
Yeah. And it says that there is apparently 30 counts of conspiracy to commit wire fraud, money laundering, aggravated identity theft. And there's a statement here, confession. It says, I, this guy's name, and this guy's name, and other co-conspirators, there's other people, worked together to monetize music on YouTube. We had no lawful rights to monetize or otherwise control. Sometime in 2016, I discovered there were recorded songs of musicians and bands on the internet that were not being monetized. I began researching for these songs and uploading to YouTube as MP3 files. I falsely claimed legal ownership over them and began receiving royalty payments. In early 2017, these guys created an entity called Media Mov LLC for the purpose of falsely claiming large swaths of music recordings. We had no legal rights whatsoever. These two guys were partners. Well, you know, I'm saying these two guys, but they're listing their names. This guy and this guy. So me and me. We were partners and co-owned and managed this illegal operation using Media Mov. We entered a contract with YouTube and utilized their content management system to monetize music we purportedly owned and controlled. We also entered a contract with a third-party company, AR, to assist us in administering the music we fraudulently claimed. Dude. Their punishment was a maximum fine of $250,000. And it says, actually, hold on. Charge one. Okay, so this is for the one guy. Punishable by a maximum of 250,000, up to 5 years in prison, or both, and a maximum of 3 years supervised released and up to 5 years probation. So they haven't been, it doesn't look like they've actually received any punishment yet.
Right.
The other guy, so one guy is getting A class D felony, the other one's getting a C class felony. And it looks like the charges are the same. The difference is, no. Count one is charges to the one guy with conspiracy. Charge two is charges to the same guy with wire fraud. And will be required to pay restitution not to exceed $25 million to all victims. He is also required to make a full accounting of all assets in which he has an interest and must not sell, hide, waste, spend, or transfer any asset before sentencing. So he can't do nothing right now. Also, the real estate land in Arizona, they even have the location, more than $1 million in several bank accounts, a 2017 Tesla, 2014 i8 BMW will be forfeited and not treated as satisfaction for fines, restitutions, or other penalties.
Whoa, that's big.
Dude.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. What a way to start this episode. That's crazy. All right, the next thing we got here. Okay, so we did talk about this on our live show recently. U.S. court orders every ISP in the United States to block illegal streaming sites.
Yeah.
You want to talk about this one? What do you got?
On our last live show, I kind of did a rant about this. I mean, I don't give a shit. Like, that's what I have. I literally don't give a shit. It's like we are going towards that every day that passes. They're gonna try to make things more and more difficult to do. You know, let's be a little realistic here. For how long torrent sites have been out, pirate sites have been out, the users of such have had it pretty fucking good. Like, realistically, that they've been trying to shut that shit down for like 20 years. At least 20 years. And it's still going. You can try to justify it any which way, but the content that's shared, a majority of these sites probably shouldn't be shared openly on the web, on the web, right? Now, it's very difficult for them to shut down these websites. It's very difficult because we've seen what happened with the Pirate Bay. You know, it's kind of like what do you call that? Hydra. You cut off one head and another one pops up, right?
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra, right? So now they're going after the ISPs to try to help them out. End of the day, hate them or love them, but a VPN is a tool to help you do whatever you need to do on the internet. It's a tool. And I'm not telling people to use them every day, right? Some people swear by them, but I do think that you should have a VPN when you're troubleshooting shit to see, is it the site's issue? Is it the ISP issue? Is it a you issue? Is it a routing issue? You need to be able to troubleshoot each one of these steps when you're trying to access something and you don't have access. So, yeah.
So according to this, they said last year, 2021, companies included United King Film Distribution, DBS Satellite Services, and Hot Communication filed 3 copyright infringement lawsuits in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York. Each complaint targeted a specific pirate streaming site. One was called like IsraelTV.com, Israel.tv, and sderek.tv. The latter being Israel's most popular streaming sites with millions of visitors each month. They followed traditional lines by demanding $150,000 in statutory damages for every copyright work infringement. You know, it goes through the whole thing. But it goes deeper. Permanent injunctions break new ground in the U.S. As we know, there's a lot of stuff already that's happening right now. There's a lot of I think it's like every year we hear about somebody being served or being cease and desist, like stop it or we're coming after you.
Yeah.
One of the big ones, and this kind of leads into this other thing, is Cinema HD. We've heard about Cinema HD being shut down several times. Like over the last couple of years, like, oh, they're shut down and they're back. Oh, they're shut down again and they're back. I think this is now a permanent shutdown.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is too. Pretty sure it's permanent now. It's permanent now. But I mean, some people are going to be like, oh, no, it still works for me. Okay. For how long, right? We have to be a little realistic now with those applications, those kind of applications. The reason they update is because the scrapers inside of them, the Google search engines inside of them that go looking for links, needs to be updated. New websites need to be added to them. And Cinema HD, once in its prime, was the best application for straightforward watching TV shows and movies. But now everyone's complaining about how the links are bad, the movies are wrong. It hasn't had an update in like over a year. Can you blame it? These applications will probably still work if you're using a Debrid service for a while. But there are other applications out there, right? But we tell people, even from like 5, 6 years ago, we've been telling people, don't just rely on one thing to get whatever you need to get done. Like you need to be able to kind of move with the punches. We've been telling people for years to get off YouTube. Don't go to YouTube to try to find information like this because YouTube doesn't want it on this platform, right? You got to be able to either put in the work to troubleshoot whatever you're dealing with and be open to change. You have to. If you aren't, then it's a typical scale, time and money. If you don't want to spend the time, then you got to be willing to spend the money. If you want to spend the time, then you'll save a little bit of money. Simple. That's how it goes. That's life.
That is life. That's what all people say. I got an email about a week ago.
About a week ago.
Dude, the email was like, I think the subject was my app stopped working.
Nice.
And I'm just like, what the hell does that have to do with? Like, I saw the subject on this thing. I'm like, do I even want to toy with this one? Do I really want to open it? Normally when I get stuff like that, I'm just like, what the hell you want me to do? I don't manage apps. I don't manage any of this crap. My app's not working. Oh, okay. Let me open it and see what you have. Hey, so my Cinema HD hasn't been working. Can you fix it? And I'm just like, not replying to this. I'm like, I don't even know how they got my email to say, hey, we know you are the guy who created this or manages this or whatever. And which I don't. I don't know where it came from.
Lies.
And then I didn't respond. Later that night, they responded and saying, can somebody, and they gave me their phone number. Can somebody please give me a call? This is BS. Somebody needs to fix this crap. I'm trying to watch my TV and your app doesn't work. So then I replied back, what app are you talking about? Like, I'm totally acting stupid. And they're like, it's your app, the Cinema HD. So then I replied, I don't own a Cinema HD app. I don't manage a Cinema HD app. I don't manage any of these whatever apps you're looking for. I don't have time to do any of this stuff. Who the hell are you? And I'm like, how'd you even get my information? And who told you that I even managed the Cinema HD app? So their reply was like, well, can you please point me to the right direction on who needs to fix this app? Because I'm trying to watch TV. I'm like, seriously.
People have been so spoiled. Like they have such a level of privilege now that they don't even understand what it's like not to have this stuff. Like it's so crazy. It honestly is. Like they've been spoon fed for so many years, and it's been so easy, right? Even if they, well, in most cases these days, know nothing about the applications, about the devices, or anything, they could give somebody 40, 50, 60, $100 and have a fully jailbroken device and know nothing about it. And it's worked so good for so long that they have now automatically become entitled to such lifestyles, like the lifestyles of the rich and famous. Some die with the name, some die nameless. Whoa.
That's what I should have done. I should have been like, hey, you know what? Give me $20 and I'll show you how to Google. I should have done that. I like when they sent that reply, I was like, I replied back and I said, listen, as I said before, I'm not in charge of these apps. I don't manage these apps. I don't even review these apps. So good luck. And that was it. And then I never heard back from that person. They're probably like pissed off, like, fuck Rojas.
Yeah.
What a prick. That guy don't want to help me no more.
That's right.
Where's Cody Tutorials, damn it?
Yeah, put that guy back in charge.
Put that guy back in charge. I was like, dude, what the? I'm like, why the hell are you mad at me for? Like, and the best part about it is, it's a free app, and so they're all pissed off that a free app don't work no more.
Right.
Those people, I just want to meet them in person and be like, hey, can like, do you have food in your fridge? Could I come and eat for free?
Right.
Don't get mad at me. Shit, you like everything for free? Me too. I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Oh, hungry. You want to eat your cornbread?
Feed me. So, and this is very interesting because this follows up to the next topic. This next article, Google voluntarily removes pirate sites from its search engines, from its search results.
Yeah.
Over the past couple months, it has become clear that Google is literally voluntarily, they're not being told to, they're just doing it, supposedly, as far as we know, to get rid of stuff. And apparently they've removed a lot of stuff. But the thing is that it's targeting the Netherlands again for some reason. And this is they did like a massive removal just a days after a local ISP was ordered to block them. A local ISP was ordered to block Google. Interesting.
Huh?
Right?
Yeah.
That's very interesting. And what they're doing is like check this out. Whole sites removals behind the scenes, right shareholders and Google also worked on other undisclosed measures. While the company hasn't said much in public, one major change is hard to miss. Starting last year, Google began removing entire domains from its search results. This is interesting. I wonder if they'll list a domain that we could just copy paste it.
It's just crazy when people think that they want to live that lifestyle. They want to live that lifestyle, and they think they can just Google the answers. We don't live in this kind of world no more.
Yeah.
You can't just Google how do I illegally watch free content. You think Google's going to be like, hey, I'm gonna tell you those answers because I'm just the knife. You're choosing to stab somebody.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I said that and my phone tripped out and started to search the internet for that because I said Google.
Breen has notified Google on removing some stuff, and some of the searches is YTS, YIFY, uTorrent, and RARBG proxy list. uTorrent? Isn't uTorrent like a big old? They're a big website, right?
uTorrent? uTorrent's a program.
uTorrent
torrenting program.
So if I put uTorrent, yeah. So if I search uTorrent in Google, the website still comes up. It's the first thing that pops up.
Yeah, but uTorrent in itself is just a tool. It doesn't provide any content.
Doesn't matter. Google removed it from their search engine.
Maybe temporarily. It's still there, no?
I pulled up. And this isn't a temporarily thing. Let me say this again. Let me repeat what I just said. In response to a legal request submitted to Google, they have removed 6 results from this page. uTorrent is one of them.
Comes up for me.
Comes up for me too.
It says it's got 54 million results and it came up in under a second.
Yep. Me too. It is the first one. Maybe it's, you know what? And I think this might be just because I'm looking up above it. I know they were talking about the Netherlands and a Dutch. Maybe it's just in those regions.
Just to throw into the fire here, there's a uTorrent plugin for Chrome as well. And if you type in uTorrent Google, the plugin comes up.
See? So they can't do it, but I guess we can.
That's funny.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Now, all these articles, if anybody's asking us, where are you getting all these articles from? Torrent Freak. You go to torrentfreak.com. They have all kinds of crap in there, all types of stuff. And I got one more article, the last one on my end. I don't know if you have any articles, but I got one more. This one's kind of funny. Russian cinemas are showing pirated movies that are downloaded from torrents. Have you heard about this one?
What was it?
Russian cinemas are showing pirated movies downloaded from torrents.
That's funny. I'm like, what?
You're like, could you say that one more time, please? So, okay, we know all the crap that's happening in Russia, the Ukraine, and everything over there is a lot of stuff happening. So, in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, several Hollywood studios announced the immediate suspension of new releases in Russia. Unexpectedly, some Russian theaters are still able to show movies such as the Batman.
The Batman.
But this isn't down to the studios. The movies are sourced from illegal torrent sites, and they're not afraid to do it.
Mother Russia says, F you, cinema. You want to block us out? We pirate your shit.
Why is it always Mother Russia and Father Germany? And every time they fight, it's like a world war.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Oh, man. This is insane. And it talks about some of the political stuff here that I'm not going to get to, but on a public level, US and the EU, the European Union, entertainment companies have also suspended business, meaning that Netflix, Spotify, and similar services are a thing of the past. Hollywood studios, Paramount, Disney, Warner Brothers, and Sony announced a suspension of new movie releases, meaning that at least for this foreseeable future, blockbusters such as the Batman won't be on Russian's big screen. That's the plan, at least.
We'll show you.
So when there's a will, there's a way.
That's it. I mean, they're just trying to survive like everybody else, and they're being sanctioned and whatever, and they're like, well, we need to run a business. We have all the other tools. We just don't have content. So there's an easy solution. We'll just uTorrent that shit from a Google plugin.
Mm-hmm. And of course, it says who is behind these illegal screenings. So given that movie piracy is illegal, it's funny, given that movie piracy is illegal in Russia, it's no surprise that some cinemas are attempting to distance themselves from illegality. In the whole thing about the Batman, Greenwich Cinema notes that the listing for the Batman was compiled and posted by the organizers of a private event. The Greenwich Cinema doesn't show Batman, but admitted it had reached an agreement with companies to rent 3 of its screens. So they're saying like, oh, we didn't do it. It wasn't us. We just rented the screen to somebody and they showed the Batman movie.
Wow. I mean, it was a private viewing. It wasn't public. We didn't do any ticket sales. So, hey, it is what it is.
And they hired some people to dub everything over in Russian.
Okay. It is what it is. It's like a bar shutting down or closing its door and then streaming a UFC fight for everyone that's in it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
And of course, they're saying how to solve this problem. They're like, we don't know. We don't know. They're not going to. The thing is, there's so many, like once you get on the web, once you get on the internet, there's a vast tools available to you. What do you do with the tools? It's up to you. You could do things legally, you could do things illegally. There's a lot of things that you could do good or bad with those tools.
I think
And
when it comes to that area of the world, there's bigger issues than piracy. Just
I don't know. I don't agree. I know Russia is the
they're
whole thing with
bombing
Ukraine.
countries, bro.
They are, but the thing is that we don't like, okay, so when they're bombing countries, yes, we do hear about that. But when it comes to that whole side of the world, we always hear an IPTV service gets shut down in the Netherlands or in Dutch or in the UK, or dude, the UK has a freaking tax on watching TV.
Oh, yeah, I'm owning a TV or some bullshit. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what I'm saying. Their issues, they have a serious issue when it comes to streaming or to watching TV, if it's hardwired or not. And that's been going on forever. Now, when it comes to bombing, yes, that's a bigger, more serious issue until it's not.
Right.
But the thing is, this streaming thing, it hasn't gone away. And when it comes to here for the United States, it's like, okay, yeah, sure. There's people out there, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what's happening in the Ukraine and blah, blah, blah. But what are we doing? Are we strapping up, getting our guns and going over there to help them out? No. Is Hollywood doing that? Hell's no. They're like, we want our money. You guys can't watch our movies. And now they're just like, well, yeah, well, now we're going to pirate it. And they're going to be like, well, we're going to sue you then. And they're like, try us.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like somebody punching you in the face, and then somebody coming up beside you, tapping you on the shoulder, and be like, "You didn't pay your parking ticket.
Mhm.
Do you not see me being punched in the face right now? You need to pay your parking ticket. I
But
have something else going on."
right, but the thing is, you're also being the bystander, saying like, "Oh, dude, that guy just punched him in the face." It's just like, but what's the bigger issue? And what are you gonna? What are you doing about it? Is the question. So as sad as it is of the bombings and all that stuff, no one's like, we're not doing anything about it, and I don't think anybody. Well, I don't want to say nobody cares about it. People are like sad and like, oh, that sucks that it's happening, but no one's grabbing their guns to say, let's go get them.
Yeah, but they're grabbing their paychecks and be like, "Hey, you need to pay me their bills. Sue them. It's more important."
Sue them. Well, Hollywood is. Hollywood is going after them. I don't know. I think no one's going to go after Russia to say you're not allowed to do it. Russian copyright law hasn't changed. It's still the same. It's still illegal, but because I don't think they're going to do anything about it either anyway, even if it is illegal. It says here that noting that there have been no changes to Russian copyright law that permit piracy, the association says that unlicensed screenings breach civil and criminal law. And of course, the association saying we condemn the practice of illegal screening of films in Russian cinemas and call on the entire professional film community to prevent such practices. But they're not going to do nothing about it. They're just saying, like, you shouldn't be doing that. It's kind of like the United States telling Russia, you shouldn't be attacking the Ukraine. But what are we doing about it? It's like, oh, you just showed me your finger.
Whoa.
It's like, whoa.
Ooh. Calm down there, Billy Bob.
Billy Bob. So I don't know. I don't know. Should be interesting. It should be very, very interesting. Yeah. Anything else happening out there in streaming that you've heard of?
Netflix lost a buttload of subscribers.
That's like, yeah, I can see
An
that.
understatement. They literally did, and then Fubo TV has over 1 million subscribers now.
Wow.
So I mean, they're growing. I've been telling people about Fubo. I don't even have Fubo. I know that they're doing big things, so it's good. What else is out there for streaming?
Dude, Netflix is in the news on this. Fired by Netflix. Frank Langella refutes allegations of unacceptable behavior. Ooh, this just happened yesterday. This is interesting. So, in the increasing madness that currently pervades our industry, I could not have imagined that the words collateral damage would fallen upon my shoulders. They have brought with them a weight I had not expected to bear in the closing decades of my career, and along with it has come an unanticipated sense of grave danger. I have been canceled just like that. On April 14th of this year, this guy was fired by Netflix for what they determined to be unacceptable behavior on set. My first instinct was to blame, to lash out, to seek vengeance. I interviewed crisis managers, tough lawyers, blah, blah, blah. And people were telling this guy, don't play the victim, don't sue. They'll dig into your past, take the money and run. Do the talk shows, show contrition, humility, say you've learned a lot, and apologize. Oh, okay. This is what it is. This guy was playing a leading role of Rhetoric Usher in Edgar Allan Poe's the classic The Fall of the House of Usher. And this was on Netflix. And what happened was, I guess on set, the director called cut. The actress said, "He's touching my leg. Stop touching me." The actress then turned and walked off the set, followed by the director and the intimacy coordinator.
Intimacy coordinator. What a job title.
Dude.
You go to school for that, or?
This guy said apparently he's saying that he was waiting and waiting to see what was, that like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm just going to wait for them to come back. An hour passed and they told him she's not returning to set. We're done. Wow. And apparently, so this was a love scene. What they were doing is they were doing a love scene, but he was doing more than what the script said.
Oh, he was doing a love scene.
It was like, okay, we're about to enter the love scene. Let me start putting my hands on you. And they weren't to that part. It was supposed to be like a mutual thing where they both like touched each other, but it wasn't a touch each other. It was him feeling her up down there.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Dude, that's nuts. That's nuts, dude.
Well, sometimes you get a little bit too involved in your work and your work bites back. I bet he was trying to take his work home with him too.
Probably. Oh man. Here's a lighthearted one. I know we've been kind of digging into piracy and sexual harassments now. Apparently there's been a massive, I don't know if I want to call it massive. This looks kind of big. Netflix original shows that have been canceled as of now. None of these. Oh no, really? Did you ever watch Space Force?
It sounds familiar.
Space Force is with
Oh yeah.
oh, I forget the comedian's name.
The guy from The Office.
Yeah, him. It got canceled
But why?
for whatever reason. It didn't meet up to their expectations, I guess. And they actually, what they did was to cut costs, they moved up to Vancouver because they said it was going to be a lot cheaper to do the filming and everything up there. And Netflix said, nope, we're done. Wow. There's another show called Pretty Smart, canceled. On the Verge, canceled. Another one called Alien TV, never heard of that one. Archive 81, The Babysitters Club, Cooking with Paris. I don't think anybody wanted to watch that to begin with. Dude. And there's a list. Ooh, I'm gonna go through this list quick. This is a risk of shows that are looking to be canceled by Netflix. Stop me if any of these sound familiar to you. Auntie Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun, Black Summer, Bruise Brothers, Huge in France, Hype House, In From the Cold, It's Bruno, Living with Yourself, Master of None, Medical Police, Murderville, Q Force, Russian Doll, Sneakerheads, The Chair, The Letter of the King, Midnight Gospel, Woo Assassins. I don't know any of those. The only one I'm just like, wow, that's crazy is that one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, oh man, that sucks, dude. I kind of like that
Oh,
show.
the
I thought it was a
second
little,
season?
huh?
Is that the second season?
I don't think they got to the second season. Yeah, I don't think it got to the second season at all. Um, so for Apple TV, they canceled a show called Bastards.
Don't know it.
Never heard of that one. Defending Jacob is awaiting decision.
Oh,
Dickinson,
come on. That's a good show.
it says it's awaiting decision. Dickinson, final season. Let's see. Oprah's Book Club, awaiting decision. Servant, final season. Yeah, that's it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I don't know. Ooh, here's some more stuff. This list is way too long. There's a lot of a lot of shows that look like have been renewed. Have you you still haven't seen Ozark, huh?
Not the last couple episodes, no.
So good. Okay, here we go. Here's everything that's been canceled so far. Batwoman canceled. It's funny because they just got the new Batwoman. They canceled it now. Blackish is canceled. Bonding canceled. Haven't heard of that one. Bull canceled. Um, some other dumb shows I never heard. The Crown. I keep hearing about The Crown being really, really good. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't.
Canceled. DC's Legend of Tomorrow is canceled. I think I just found that out when we were doing our live show that they said, "Oh yeah, that one's finally canceled." I was like, "Wow." Let's see what else. What else? Anything big? Nope. Nope. Just going through this list here. Oh, his dark materials was actually a really good. It was a lot of story, a lot of talking, but they canceled it.
Who's that?
His Dark Materials, the guy who played Professor X, the younger guy in the
Okay, yeah,
newer.
he's a good actor.
Yeah, he was one of the main actors in this one. They canceled it. I don't know. I thought it was good. The Marvelous Miss Measle. I keep hearing that one was really good, and that one's canceled. Damn. Of course, Ozark has been canceled.
Well, it was called that it would be his last season. It's not like it was abruptly you're ending this show.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have all the information on that one. I hear that when they announced that they were gonna finish it, they had halfway of season 4 done, and then they said we're gonna release the rest of it, and we're done. But I also heard, Star Trek Picard, that's done.
Yeah, I'm actually watching that.
I hear that's canceled. Oh no, bro! Stranger Things canceled.
I never really got into Stranger Things. Like I watched,
Really?
I think season 1, 2, and people like it. It wasn't really my thing though. A lot of people like it.
I liked it a lot. I can't believe that. Dang. I hope they have a really good send off then for it. The Walking Dead canceled finally. I'm done with The Walking Dead anyway, but I've been done. I haven't even seen of it. But yeah, those are all the stuff that's canceled. A couple surprises in there that I'm kind of like, oh, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I hope with like, who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody recently about Ozark. They're saying that maybe somebody else will pick it up and then continue it.
Well, I'd like a show, like maybe even spin it off and just do kids only, because the kids were pretty gangster at the end there.
Ozark?
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No,
Finish it, damn it. I can't talk to you.
I don't talk to you either.
I can't talk to you about it. Just do it. But I do agree. The kids were getting pretty. His son is very, very smart.
Yes.
But the wife, dude, she was pissing me off. I'm like, man, somebody needs to shoot her in the face.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey, it's that type of show. Shoot her in the face. They shot everybody else in the face. A couple people flew off the screen.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, somebody needs to shoot her. Come on, get rid of her. They didn't do it. They did not do it. So cool. This is now the end of the episode. Wanted to give you guys some streaming updates, some streaming news, lots of stuff when it comes to the streaming world. A lot of stuff here, but yeah. Hope you guys are doing well. There's just all kinds of stuff. Be careful, guys, out there. Whatever you're doing out there, just be careful. Don't do anything dumb. Don't do anything that's gonna get you in trouble. Yeah, just protect yourself, guys. Just protect yourself. No scare tactics. This is like literally you can go to torrentfreak.com, and if you think we're lying, you could go through every single article that's out there that gets published, sometimes several times daily, on things that are happening. You can go to The Verge. They have a lot of articles too. There's so many articles on streaming related stuff out there, on good stuff, bad stuff to watch out for, like deals. If you're like, hey, I want a good deal on a good, like Disney Plus, Hulu, like there's all kinds of bundles out there, all types of ways. Check your service providers, because sometimes they even have, if you have this, we'll give you that, like, situation. There's so many things out there, so many avenues. And I know you guys do like hearing this information. Also, keep your ears and eyes open. Coming soon, we don't know when yet, but Amazon Prime is coming. We're getting pretty close to that time of year where they're going to start announcing stuff. And if you guys are looking for like TVs, if you guys are looking for like just some really good sales, Prime is right around the corner. June, July. So we'll see. Just keep your ears and eyes open, and we're probably going to be covering it for sure. Next, anything you got to say before we get the hell out of here?
You know what I say, guys? Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Beyond the Streams. Wherever you guys are listening to us, wherever you're watching us, make sure you leave a comment and a review so other people like yourself can find the content that you enjoy. If you're looking to be a part of the community, being part of the conversation, make sure you join us every Thursday, roughly around 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over on the Beyond the Streams YouTube channel. If you're looking for small little bite-sized pieces of the conversations or conversations you might have missed, make sure you check out the BS Clips channel. You never know when we're always dropping content on all different platforms and everywhere you could possibly think of. So make sure you have the notification bell turned on, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.